Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're having a good Monday. Hope you're having a start to a great week. Uh, there's a lot going on, actually. I don't know. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Keep it coming. So, I guess one of the topics in Clubhouse, and by the way, we have a Guru Nation Clubhouse now. All right, so it's like our own club. Ashley Margo, how's it going? One of the Guru Nation administrators and the Latinos in Clinical Research admin, Margo Ashley. 2 minute school. So nice to see you as usual. So how many? Something. This is a good topics that's been coming up a lot from emails, from Clubhouse, from Instagram, from direct messaging. Busy, busy, busy. So the topic is how many opportunities do we actually need? Like we are in a very good place right now with clinical research. We should all be very thankful, even if you're not in the industry. You should be very thankful that you are at least aware. That's the first step. Prior, you can't get in unless you're aware first. So even if you're not in, I don't want to hear complaints because you're aware and you're aware in one of the best times ever, maybe the best time ever to get into clinical research, which is 2021. The economy is about to open back up. The industry is going to have options now. Do we do virtual visits for patients, a hybrid? What about the CRAs? There's just options. Then there's the whole gene therapy thing, and then there's orphan disease. Then there's the whole vaccine paradigm, COVID, long-term treatments, long-term safety, vaccinations. Every 2 years, maybe another vaccine. They're saying every year, maybe a vaccine. Who knows? Bottom line is, you picked a great industry to be in, and you picked a great time to get on this live stream and ask questions and follow and comment and like. I see the hearts on Instagram going crazy, absolutely crazy. It's night here. Here you am with a heat map. India, gotta love it. I saw you. It's funny. I saw you in the morning, 2 minute school with the Catalent stock, and now I see you at nighttime. So it's like sun up to sundown. All right, the sun never sets on Guru Nation. That's the thing. Yes, crazy for clinical research. So, guys, tell me what exactly, how many more opportunities do you need in order to start taking advantage of the opportunities? Because let's not get lazy. This is not gonna last. Who knows how long it's gonna last? Maybe it's gonna last an entire decade. I would love that. But we're seeing so much activity in the space. I didn't even talk about diversity. There's a entire market share there that's ready to be served. Diversity, equality, inclusion. We got to give Black women in clinical research a shout out for inspiring Latinos in clinical research. We need to do more as far as diversity. There's opportunities everywhere, guys. It used to just be the opportunity was patient recruitment and getting studies for sites. Now it's diversity, equity, and inclusion, or equality and inclusion. I don't like equity. I like equality. Equity implies like ownership, like a business ownership, and I think equity needs to be earned, but equality needs to be given to everybody, in my opinion. Latinos in clinical research tomorrow. Thank you, Margo. Latinos in clinical research tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We've got another series on the vaccine. So there's always stuff going on with Latinos in clinical research. We have an entire calendar. If you just go to latinosinclinicalresearch.com, you'll see. What is the best advice for someone who has a BA and is looking to start a career in clinical research without experience? The clinical research sites. Find a clinical research site in your area. Figure out what sites need help with. Here's a hint. I make videos on this all the time, what sites need help with, because half of my videos are for career seekers like you. The other half are for sites how to start a site, how to run your site. So you're not exempt just because you're a career seeker. You're not exempt from the other stuff. From how to, matter of fact, it will behoove you to listen to that, uh, because that's what the sites need. That's what you're gonna need help. That's what you're gonna have to help them do. Let's see here. Somebody's texting me. Uh, Somebody wants me to call. No, get on the live stream. I'm not gonna call right now. We have people watching. We got too much stuff to talk about. Rod Raphael, you're everywhere. You're on LinkedIn, Instagram. I love it. Let us know, Rod. What time is your clubhouse? Everything is okay. Thank you, Johanna. Everything is okay. Hope everything's all right with you guys too. Everything's more than okay with this industry. And that's actually one of the topics we had. Learn what the sites need, find a site in your area, provide them with that need. Don't ask them what they need. They're not going to tell you. Just watch the videos and then go figure it out. Say, okay, you need help getting studies, you need help with getting patients, you need help community outreach, you need help on a social media, developing a social media presence. Maybe you need clubhouse. Maybe the site needs to have a clubhouse. How many sites? I don't know too many sites that have a clubhouse. So what a progressive thing to do. What a forward thinking value add you can do if you're trying to get started at a site. And oh, by the way, you can tell the site, not only will I do this, but I want to be a coordinator. So I understand that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm willing to do this other things for you in exchange for some experience, because I really am passionate about being a coordinator. Sites need help with regulatory, says Monica. Monica, yes, thank you for explaining that and for sharing that, and you do such a good job in the CRC Academy. I am signing up with the CRA Academy. Hopefully that should give me a great start, and thank you. Okay, so everything I just said, if you don't want to do any of that, CRA Academy, we do it for you. NCRC Academy, we do it for you too. So CRA is to get into the CRA, the sponsor of the CRO side, CRC for the sites, but both kind of work for each other. Just one, you have the internship for breast cancer. The other one, you have an internship with Monica, who's on the screen right now, and what she has planned for the interns there. So we set the table for you guys there, for you guys and gals in both CRA and CRC Academy. But if you don't want to pay money, and you want to do it on your own, and you got enough time and hustle and grit and blood, sweat, and tears, that's how you do it. It's work. It's more work. That's how everything is in life. You either work for it, or you pay, you leverage money, and have somebody else take on some of the burden of the work. It's never completely removes the burden. Entrepreneurship, that's right. CRA Academy is $5,000. With a breast cancer internship, it's all included. CRC Academy is $3,000. Thank you, Latinos in Clinical Research Network is working so far. Just we need a job. That's right. Just keep going, keep applying. Clinical Trials Guru on YouTube or CRA Academy. On YouTube, I'm Dan Sfera. On YouTube, I'm Dan Sfera. The CRA Academy is thecraacademy.com. The CRC Academy is thecrcacademy.com. All roads lead to Dan. All roads lead to Guru Nation. So no matter which one you want, just message me, hit me up on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Mari Mayorga, keep going, keep applying. It's going to happen. Good things do happen. Yes, it's either execution or leadership. Exactly. It's always hard work. Just sometimes you can make the work a little less hard if you pay for it, because somebody else already did a lot of the work for you. But that doesn't mean that you can just completely be on autopilot. It still requires work. Thank you for inspiring. Many thanks a tons. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be able to do this. Especially the reason I'm so excited this year is because, like, I've seen this industry since 2005. And hey, Inquisitive Christine, Latinos in Clinical Research Ambassador, what's up? I've seen this industry since 2005, and I've never seen it like this. I mean, the opportunities are there. It's the perfect convergence. It's COVID kind of created an awareness on clinical research, not to mention a new vaccine paradigm. Uh, and then diversity, equality, and inclusion created more opportunities. And then gene therapy and rare disease and orphan disease, and now even like virtual trials. You start mixing all these things together, there's opportunities for in person, for remote, for work from home, for work from the office, from whatever you want to do. There's opportunities. I've never seen this many opportunities before. Hard work 100%, can't agree more. That's right. Inquisitive Christine, Clubhouse admin of Guru Nation Clubhouse admin. We have Carla Vera-Navas on. I can't wait to hear from your guest today. I have a very special guest, Carla. All right, a very special guest. I'm meeting him in 4 hours, more or less. It's really cold here in California. Today's like the coldest day I've ever experienced in California this year. Like I went outside to walk Sonic, and I just thought I could wear like a light sweater. I had to come back and put on my coat. It's very cold, but it's about to warm up to get back to the 70s by the end of the week. But it was like 55 degrees. Cold for us. Have been reading articles on orphan drugs. Very fascinating. We don't talk enough about orphan drugs. We're starting to talk more about gene therapy. We're not talking enough about orphan drugs, rare disease. Sometimes the two actually relate to one another, and we're not even talking about the small cap biotech stocks that I'm doing videos on a couple times a week, because I find that, first of all, I'm interested. Second of all, it's helpful for you guys and gals to start networking with these people from the small caps, because the small caps are where they need the help. Like the biotechs that you never heard of are the ones that need you more than, let's say, Pfizer. Pfizer's the establishment, right? They're legacy. They're always gonna be there, at least in our lifetimes. All the big pharma, big CROs, you know, and they also go for entry level people sometimes too. It's just not as common. The biotechs, that's where you can go from being a CRA, like a junior CRA with 2 to 3 years of experience, to a senior CRA leading an entire team, and hopefully going through the whole FDA approval process, hopefully getting the FDA approval. But even if not, look at all that valuable experience you're gaining, right? Plus, it's so much fun to work with the small biotechs. Even when you're a site doing a study for a small biotech, it's just funner. Now you gotta be careful. Sometimes these biotechs don't have money to pay, or they run out of money. But right now we seem to be in a good market for biotechs. It's not like 2008 where biotechs went bankrupt because of the Great Recession. 34 with rain and ice. 55 yesterday. Yeah, it feels like Indiana, Rod. So how much stock can you own without there being an issue? I don't own stock in any drug company that I've ever done a study with while I was doing the trial. I have not done that. You are allowed to. Each sponsor varies, but usually the threshold is $50,000 worth of stock that you have to disclose. You only have to disclose if you're a sub-investigator of the study, if you're on box 6 of the 1572. Now, whether you can own stock in the CRO or the vendors, there's no regulations against that. Matter of fact, I encourage everybody to own some of these vendors as opposed to the drug companies or the biotechs. The vendors are where it's guaranteed revenue. If you believe, like I do, in a bull market for clinical research, for the next decade, or at least for the next let's say 2 to 5 years, you should be going after the vendors. Well, who's the vendors I'm talking about? Well, the ones that are publicly traded, all the CROs like Kivia, Syneos looking really cheap, PPD, Icon, Viva, which is not a CRO, but Viva is one of the biggest company in clinical research as far as market cap. And then Catalent, the one I reviewed yesterday, Catalent. And then there's a bunch of other service providers too that are going public or are public, like Pacific Biosciences, if you believe in gene therapy and all that stuff. Randy Lyles, what up, man? Christine, Inquisitive Christine, I have a few Clubhouse invites for Guru Nation. Get at Christine. Get at Inquisitive Christine, Christine Nara, if you want Clubhouse invites. I'm all out. I actually may have like one or two. Uh, Club Room on Android, as you said. Boom. I don't know if Clubhouse is on Android yet. I have no idea. Funny, my son says you are watching Dan. You're very famous. I'll take it. I'll take it. We need to get the son interested in clinical research too. I've been playing around with TikTok, but Clubhouse came out right when I was gonna start investing in TikTok, and I'm still gonna do TikToks here and there. It's just an excuse. But Clubhouse started occupying more of my time right when I was getting serious about TikTok. But TikTok's there, and that's another thing you can do if you want to intern at a site. They need to have TikTok, they need to have Instagram, they need to have Facebook, they need to have a Clubhouse. I mean, sites don't really need all that, but it's best that they do. The reason they don't do that is because they don't have time. And what better way for you to demonstrate value than show, hey, I have time. I can do it for you. In exchange, I want you to consider me as a coordinator. But I understand if you can't hire right now, don't worry. I just want the experience just to learn, just the shadow. If you can do that, I understand not everyone can afford doing that. But if you can do that, it sure beats sitting around and hoping, right? Sure beats that. Neha, thank you so much. Just to let you know, I have referred someone to the CRC CRA Academy. Much, much, much appreciated, Neha. Thank you so much. And by the way, she says, Neha continues, shout out to Christine Naro, COA, for the Clubhouse invite. That's right. That's right. And I hope, Neha, we see you on there more and more. I'm new to this. What is Clubhouse, Carmen? Clubhouse is only for iOS devices, so iPhone, iPad. I don't know what other maybe iPod. I don't know if people still have that. I don't think it's available on Android yet, but it's a way for researchers, not just researchers, every industry uses it, but there's a big life sciences contingency on there, especially a lot of doctors. I've been seeing a lot of doctors, a lot of people from the pharma side, from the tech side of life sciences. So, and then with Raphael and myself, and we're starting to, and Latinos in clinical research. So basically with Guru Nation Club, we're starting to do the career mentoring on there. We're starting to do Friday night mixers. Those have been going well. And we're going to do things for the sites too, especially through for the sites through Rod's club. And then for the career seekers and just general networking through Guru Nation Club. So basically, bottom line, if you're not on Clubhouse, get on there, follow me, follow everybody I'm following, and then that's how you guarantee not to miss out. And then hit the bell button, just like you do on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. All right. What do you think about combo therapies for COVID-19, like the one for Eli Lilly? I think that's huge. I think my CRO, which we do mostly investigator-initiated trials, we have 3 right now. 2 of those are combo therapies for COVID treatment. So I think those are huge. I think that's the next thing to come out, because are people going to want a vaccine every year? Maybe. Even if they do, we're going to need clinical trials then every year, right? So if you're a site getting into the vaccine space, there's going to be a lot of demand. But we're also going to need treatments. We're going to need better treatments. So as you see, you can't just get everyone vaccinated right away. I mean, less than 20% of the country is vaccinated right now. So treatments are still an option. The clinical trial experts is from Rod Raphael. Exactly right, Rod. We got to build out a schedule, and everybody let us know. David, yes, much respect for doing this. They're valuable ideas. Look, ideas mean nothing until you put them to use. I could be sitting here 24/7, 365, which is actually something I'm debating, just leaving Clubhouse on all the time. But I don't know how I'm going to make calls or do anything. Well, I'll figure it out. But even if I do this 24/7, 365, if you don't put it to action, what good is it? Matter of fact, if somebody else is getting inspired and they're doing it and you're not, that's actually didn't help you, because I just help somebody else who's technically a competitor, although I don't believe in zero sum game. I think competition is way overrated. I believe in competition. I think people's fear of competition is way overblown. This is what's caused sites to hoard information. This is what caused people who are in the industry to hoard information. And we're not here for that. This 2021, we're beyond guarding information. Information's out there. If I don't do this, somebody else is going to do it, and then that's it. Information's a dime a dozen. Credible information, that's a different story. Always look at, okay, what does this person have to sell? What is their agenda? Mine is simple. My agenda used to be nothing. It still is nothing. But I do tell you, by the way, I have a CRA Academy, a CRC Academy. But you can get those jobs yourself for free. Just takes a lot of work. Or you can pay the most affordable from any academy in the industry. And we do it for you. We help you. We help do the hard, heavy lifting for you. Another thing I sell is help sites get studies if you want, but I give you the tools how to do all this stuff yourself. Clinicaltrials.gov, network, find the people on LinkedIn, find them on Clubhouse, email people from the small cap biotechs. It's not really any different than from the career advice I give. It's the same thing, just a different application for it in a different context, slightly different context. But I do sell services for sites where we help you get studies, negotiate your budgets, do all those things, which we teach you how to do anyways. But again, it's so affordable, it's worth it for many people to just pay us to do it. So that's my stuff. I put it out there. All right, this is how we monetize. And then I also own sites, and I own a CRO, small CRO. The CRO barely makes any money, but the sites do well. The sites do well when they're doing well, if that makes sense. Hi, Apple. Who's Apple? You have an Apple? Then you can do Clubhouse. If you don't, I don't think you can yet. I got inspired last year after studying your book and researching info by myself. And tomorrow I have a third interview for one job in Texas. Hopefully it's the final interview. Good luck. Let me know how that goes, because I would love to interview you. Whether you get it or not, let me know. And matter of fact, anybody that wants to come on right now, I'm going to put a link in the chat. Sorry, Instagram. This is for Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the chat. I don't think you can click on it unless you're on the actual platform that it's on. So yeah, you actually can click on it if it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. All right, this is the link. Click it and you can come on right now and we can talk about whatever it is you want. And then for the Instagram to hear it, I'll switch the speaker so that people can hear. If you want. If nobody wants to, it's okay. Naomi says Clubhouse is amazing. That's right. Naomi, thank you for joining us. Friday's going to be... For right now, I'm going on Clubhouse on Fridays. I'm going to start joining with Rod as well on the Clinical Trial Experts. And then we're going to start doing things under the Guru Nation Clubhouse for Latinos in clinical research, for career mentoring, different things like that. I so want to buy your book, but it's expensive here in India. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't have control over those prices in India because they're the same. Once I set the US price, which actually is $33 now, but the audio is cheaper. I think the audio is like $17. So yeah. Carmen, I see you up, but I can't see your video. So maybe let's fix that first. Awesome, we'll be attending then. Good. Just Apple in the front. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Yes. Okay, Carmen, let's put Carmen up. How's it going, Carmen? Let me switch the speaker. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wait, are you coming from my... Okay, hold on.
I was on YouTube and I just clicked over to your link.
Okay. You know what? Let me switch. Okay, I'm going to switch the mic and I'm going to switch the audio to come from the speakers. There we go. Can everybody hear Carmen? Carmen, how's it going?
It's going well.
And what's going on? What is new in your world? How's everything?
Well, I am actually new to clinical trials. I started in a company that does patient recruitments. And I'm just learning a little bit more on the background on CRAs and CRCs and just trying to get a little bit more information so I can get better at my job and hopefully in the future brought out.
Ah, very good. So how did you get that? How did you get that position? And then tell us maybe more about it.
Um, oh my God, I need to black out my back screen here. I got the position from a friend of mine who works as assistant manager at that time. She's actually director now, but
Okay.
they needed Spanish speaking reps and they didn't have any.
Oh,
And after
okay.
2 interviews, she was like, all right, I need you, get in.
Wow, we need to get you in Latinos in clinical research. You need to discuss this. So what's the need? What is the need? Guys, we didn't plan this for LICR. People think I have some agenda where I'm just planting people to come on. I had no idea Carmen McWilliams was going to come on, but she came on. So there's a huge need now, you're saying, for diversity, equality, and inclusion. And because you were bilingual, you were able to land the job.
Yes, correct. And I had no medical experience. So it's 3 years in, and I've got the patient recruitments all lined up. I watched so many of your videos to understand
Yes.
to
Thank you.
understand the job. It was extremely, extremely helpful. And now I started working with sites as site support for the patients that we pre-screen over to the sites. And I'm just trying to venture out now and trying to learn a little bit more about clinical trials and other
Wow.
positions.
And they're saying which company. If you can answer, feel free. If not, don't worry.
I work for ClinEdge.
Ah, nice. Okay, so they're doing recruitment now. I saw that on Instagram.
Yes.
You know, this is important. The Everybody talks about vert technologies and virtual trials, and at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't really help recruitment. I mean, it may help retention, it may help a patient stay in a study longer with automated texts, but for recruitment, you need, one-on-one, grassroots, speak Spanish. You know, this is what we found works. What have you found that works best?
The biggest thing that we actually found for recruitment is we have to learn the indication and really get the nitty gritty of what the patients need to determine right when we're doing the pre-screening if they're going to be a good candidate for the study, because we want to make sure that the patients that we're referring over to the sites are actually good eligible patients for the specific studies that they're looking for. So that has been learning the
And how did
indication,
you
learning the protocols, and really speaking to the patient on their terms.
and how did you get the job? Like, can you walk us through that process a little bit of how you got it?
I was literally, I was before this, I was working for actually, I was working for, um, oh my God, for collections agency for student
Ah,
loans.
okay.
And a person that I worked with there said, I know someone who's looking for Spanish reps. I know this isn't your field of study. Would you be interested in meeting with them? So I said, sure, let me see what they're looking for. I don't know medical terminology. I don't have a medical background. I am as green can be. I said, if they're willing to train, I'm willing to learn. And I started off as an enrollment specialist, went up to a senior enrollment specialist, and now I'm assistant manager. But
Wow.
it's just all on the recruiting side. So I'm learning the ins and outs of the recruiting side. And it was just, she just took a gamble on me. She's like, I see your experience for other companies. I know you don't have any experience in clinical studies, but let's see what you have and get you started.
Vincent, I see you. Advice on becoming a certified CRC. Just take the ACRP and get CCRC certified. But it takes 2 years of experience in research to do that. So it does you no good if you have no experience. Matter of fact, Carmen, I mean, what's your goal? You can probably speak to this a little bit also.
That is my biggest problem right now. I see a lot of different positions as far as what services they're providing within clinical trials. And I'm trying to learn what everyone does in different areas or in the sites, in the recruitment, in research, and trying to find my niche. At this point in time, I don't have my niche. I'm just learning the process, and I'm just looking at the videos and looking at everything that entails in clinical studies just to see where I would fit best in. I mean, I've had
Okay.
3 years under my belt for patient recruitment. So now it's like, okay, I'm learning this. I'm learning the assistant
Wow.
manager role, and I'm just kind of seeing where it's going to take me to the next level.
So in 3 years, you've accomplished all this in 3 years in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes. In the
And
middle
how
of
has
a
the
pandemic.
pandemic affected recruitment? Like in the middle, I know we're getting out of it now, but like during the thick of it, recruitment must have been tough, really tough.
Recruitment was extremely difficult. We actually went down a little bit, about 50% of recruitment throughout the duration of the pandemic, because a lot of individuals didn't want to participate in clinical studies. There's just too much going on. They didn't want to go out to the sites. And, if we don't have the patients, we can't get through some of these clinical trials. So it was just a matter of trying to relate, but be comfortable with letting them know we understand your concerns. But we had a drop in about 50% of participation. And it's been difficult, but we're just trying to find other avenues. They do a lot of screening patients online and kind of hold off trying to see if we can get patients into the office for actual doctor screenings. But, we're trying to do as many things to try to get the patients in.
Hello, Marjorie. How's it going? Marjorie, Latinos in Clinical Research, you killed it in February last month. We got a question. Anybody else want to come up? Let me know. There's a link in the chat. Just click it, just like Carmen did. I don't bite. You just come up and it's all good. We have a question from Aura. Aura, what's a CRN? Clinical Research Nurse? I'm assuming that's what it means because you said you're an RN, BSN, NBA waiting for a call or email after interviewing for a clinical research nurse position. I have no research experience, but I hope they can see the potential in me. I always tell the nurses, you nurses are lucky because you guys can actually have a chance to be entry-level CRA. So maybe if you don't get the CRN thing, keep applying for those, but think about CRA as well. Oh, you said CRC is what you meant. CRC. Okay, so I don't think you'll have a problem getting a CRC position at sites. Maybe some sites will think you're overqualified because they don't want to pay,
Yes.
that salary, 80K for a coordinator. Most sites don't do that. Most sites can't afford that. But I think CRA might be good. And I think CRC in many places would be good too. Depends on, you want to take a pay cut. I mean, I don't know your situation right now. If you want to click the link, just hop on and we'll do it. Dan, your YouTube videos are very informative. Thank you. I'm currently prepping for the SOCRA CCRP exam next month. Boom, there you go. Follow Grand Mammary. Grandma Mari. Follow her because she's doing exactly what you want to do. So there you go. Okay. Ara says thank you. Viola says, David, you'll get it. Early congrats to you. Here's the thing, guys. Get it or don't get it. It doesn't matter. You have more opportunities. You get better at interviews the longer you go. Grandma Marie, follow her on Instagram or just message her. Say, hey, what was the process for you to go CCRP? How is that? Grandma Marie, I think you should do like a video on that once you're done. There hasn't been any video on how to pass the CCRP. Maybe ACRP makes you sign something that you can't make videos. I don't know. It's not like you're going to give people the answers. So any more questions, let us know. Otherwise, I think it's been a good live. I really thank you, Carmen, for coming on. I'm going to do more of this, guys. When I go live, I'll just put the
Thanks.
link out there. You guys click it. We can support, I think, 2 more people on here.
All
So
right.
every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we go live. Carmen, are you on Clubhouse?
I am not. That's why I was asking about what was Clubhouse. I was like, you kept saying Clubhouse, Clubhouse, and I kept saying, what is Clubhouse? I don't know what it is.
So do you have iPhone or iPad?
I have an iPad, not an iPhone, but yes. So I heard you were saying that
So
you can
you
sign
can
up
do
through
it.
there.
You can do it. I believe in you. You can download the app. Um, Maybe message me when we're done and I'll send you. I think I have one invite, and because you were brave enough to come on, you deserve it. So I'm gonna give you the invite. I hope I have an invite. If not, I'm gonna have Christine Naro do it. I know she's
Okay.
good invites. Somebody's got to invite in Guru Nation. And basically it's like live stream like this, except you see everyone in the comments. Everyone can talk. So it's like voice. Um, but in order to prevent the chaos, people raise their hand and then the speakers can choose people to speak. So it's like it works pretty well. It's kind of like I mean, it kind of is like a clubhouse. Like you just go in there and people are talking. Marjorie's on Clubhouse right now. Marjorie, I can't wait for you to share what happened at the Grant Cardone 10X conference in our Patreon mastermind on Wednesday. Hopefully you'll be there. I'm going to send the email. Tomorrow, guys, Latinos in Clinical Research Vaccine. Carmen, can we get you on as a speaker on the Latinos in Clinical Research?
I'm not very much of a public speaker, so this is took a
Really?
lot of
Because
guts
you
for me to
came
just click
on
on
and
that
like
link.
no problem. No problem you came on. It's the same thing. You won't be like front and center. You're just going to be like
Okay.
on a panel and we're going to ask you questions.
Okay, that sounds interesting. That's
All
great.
right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Just message me so I can send you that invite for
Okay,
Clubhouse,
no
and then
problem.
we'll go from there. And then 10X conference, that's a topic for another day. I mean, yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, guys, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, heart, hit the bell, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.
All right.